Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Convo Corner, where the people are given a platform to speak their mind, what troubles them, and to seek solutions to their questions. I am Miraba Lydia. In today's video, it is quite an interesting one. And also, it may look so forthright, but it has its own pros and cons. So we are going to discuss about lending your relatives money. Have you ever lended a relative, either your brother, your sister, your cousin, some money? Did you get them back? Let us know at the comment section if you got the money back or what transpired after you lending a relative some money. So, and to help me delve into this topic is my guest. And without further ado, I'll let her introduce herself.
Hello guys, I'm Vicky.
Karibu sana Vicky.
Yes, thank you.
So in today's video, we're going to discuss lending your family, your relative money, how it is, we're going to discuss about the pros, we're going to discuss about the cons, and see how it goes. So let's start with the pros. So if you lend your family member, either your cousin, either your sister, either whoever it is you have a relationship with, some money, what do you think, how does it help?
It helps by strengthening your relationship between you and whoever you're lending the money with too, because the person sees that they can have trust in you. They can they can speak their problems to you, and they know that whenever they have a financial problem, then you're among the first people then they can talk to. So it helps build relationships.
Yeah, it's very true. It helps at least strengthen your relationship because at least mtu amekusaidia, you're like, hey, at least they care for me. When I'm down, at least this person was able to help me up, Okay. But also, another thing is, when you lend your relative some money, then you can set the kind of interest you want, So maybe it will be a win-win situation because you may not charge as the bank will. Maybe if the bank's cap is at 18, maybe you can put it at least 5. So it's a win for your relative and also a win for you because at least you'll get some money, and also the relative will not so pay some huge amount of money as interest. So by doing that, at least you'll help yourself and also help the person who is in need.
It also gives you an opportunity to give back to someone who helped you out. Because for example, if someone came through for you and they are a relative, one way or another, and they come to you and they ask for financial help, then you'll not feel you'll not have second thoughts on helping them. So it gives you an opportunity, to also rub their shoulder back.
It's very true. Another thing is, when maybe your relative, maybe your brother is in need, you feel the urge of, just helping them. And you feel fulfilled when you help the person that you are related to. For instance, if maybe your sister, your brother did not have maybe rent or they did not have food, and so you may resort to at least helping them, and so that they can fulfill whatever needs they have. And by that, you will be fulfilled because at least you've helped, somebody you care about. Yeah.
Also, as you said before, that you are able to set the terms and the interest rates that you want. That means that you will make some income, more income. Through that, because remember you will be making, interest from the money. So the interest that you did not have before, then you will have it now. So yes, it's like it looks like a business. So unapata ka income kako kidogo hapo.
Yeah. Very true. So ushailendiwa pesa?
Mimi nishailendiwa pesa.
Okay. Or have you ever lended somebody money?
Yes, I've ever nishailendiwa. na nishailendiana.
Okay. Okay, me too. And I think, you know, when you lend somebody money, it helps a great deal. For example, at some point, there was a time, you know, but this one, lending is when somebody gives you and then you give them back. Yeah? Yes. So there was this instance that I did not have enough money for my son's medication. So a relative had to lend me money because I went to the hospital and then like the money was not enough. So I was my relative like sent the money to, at least to for it to be enough. So like why it not for this person? So my son could not have gotten medication. So at times lending somebody money is a good thing because maybe that's the last resort, as in they don't have anything to do if you don't lend them the money. If maybe they're going to have it, they're going to pay rent with that money, maybe they're just like, the owner is like, hey, if you don't pay by this time, maybe I'll lock you out, or maybe they want it to use it for food or or medication, as I did. So at least lending out money, at least it's a good gesture that you can.
Sure. But also, lending money, I think so you should not have high expectations. And I think so this one I think so applies to your family. And this is most common between brothers and sisters. You should not have the expectation of being paid back because so my brother, wherever you are, sijika kuna dawari italetwa huko.
Oh my God, yes. Because the amount of money you have, wow.
You should consider, at least consider. Because sometimes just consider it as a gift. When you give it out, consider it as you're doing a favor and don't expect it back. Because
now that is the opposite, like the con now, like the disadvantage of lending.
So why see it as a gift? Because me have been lended money by my sister and even brother, lakini kulipa
no
mangori, mbona nikulipe tumetoka tumbo moja.
Wow. No, but let me tell you something. Okay, personally, I've been lended money. Not unless you lend me money and I forget. But mi ni mzuri sana kulipa deni.
But even me when I'm borrowing money, you don't use the nikopeshe term. Until lend me. Me always say come through.
For me,
I always nikianza tu text na C. Jua tu ni favor. So you come through for me with 1,500. 1,500. So you come through for me with 1,500. So you came through.
So okay, for me, I've ever been lended money, but I always give it back to the person. Not that I'm so good, but at least I try. But mi nishailendo watu pesa. Kila mtu kutoka na madeni zangu.
Ndio,
if my sisters and brothers you'll see this, By the way, mi ni mpoa sana. Nikiona pesa, like mi ni mpoa sana by. Like utaona by the way, Lydia, I have this problem, so you say I feel when I have money, I feel like it's an kind of an obligation to help you or something. So nitakupea tu. But now, another thing is, when you lend large sums of money, and it's family, and the person is not able to pay back. So that means, if you had a project or something that you're going to do with that money, then your project gets delayed. Because, hakuna mahali utampeleka, unasema utampeleka. So, like, how utampeleka maybe kwa police station, unless it's just a large amount of money. But still, even if it's a large sums of money, then you'll opt to, like, hey, let's sit down maybe with the other family members, we discuss how you're going to pay me, how am I going to get my money. But now, if you had a project or there was something specific you're going to do with that money, then it will be delayed. So that's the disadvantage also of lending relatives money. Yes.
Another disadvantage is, as much as you can set these CGE rates, CGE interest, hey, my friend, people do not follow them. Relatives.
It's true. Very true. Very true.
People don't follow them. Ati sasa mimi sistangu ni rate.
Imagine nakwambia ati unanirudishia hii na 10%.
Ati nini?
Oh my God. Atakwambia sasa, I've given you 10,000, so you bring it back with a K. So that's 11K.
Wow, niko na hiyo 10K peke yake.
Yeah.
But unless, I guess I'm saying that because I'm not that financially stable. But I guess when I am, and when you interact more na do, then you know the value of it.
That's true.
And you also get to know that if this person had saved this money, angekuwa amepata that interest anakuitisha. So yes, I will give it back with the K. Yeah. But as per now, let's stick to the one that you gave me, or even less na kamia tano.
Oh my goodness. Or even not paid back. Or even not paid back.
Charity begins at home.
Or not paid back. Yeah. And the ones that are not being paid back ndio mob. They're the ones that, hizo ndio mingi. Ile ndio nalipwa ni mara moja moja. And another thing is, when you lend your relative some money, it can bring about legal issues. For example, if the money that you've lended them was not well documented. What if maybe you lend somebody like 50,000 and they're there saying that you gave them only 20,000? Or they can even say that you never gave them any money. And because you never documented, it's very hard for you to prove, even in the court of law, like you did lend this person some money, because maybe there was no third party involved. Maybe you gave them cash, so there's no M-Pesa or maybe bank transfer evidence. So maybe you gave them cash. So how will you prove that you gave this person the money you're claiming that you gave them if they refuse? Yes, so hapo inaweza to some legal issues in it. Yeah.
And I think so ikifika hapo pia inaleta issue ya trust. Because another thing, you cannot trust this person, hata achana na asipo leave alone them saying that you lended me a certain amount which it wasn't it. Even if they don't refund it back, it brings along trust issues. It will be very even trust someone ati mtu wako wao sasa, maybe a sibling wake,
even if they have genuine reasons,
then it will be very hard to trust them back. Because people with money once bitten
twice shy. It's very true. So you will refuse to lend a person who genuinely needs your money, and they'll pay back because of somebody else. Okay, yeah, it's true. So another thing is, when you lend one person some money, for example, it's me, you've lent me some money, and then now there's my sister who also needs some money from you, and you're like, oh, at the moment, I don't have cash. It will bring kind of a rift between you and the person whom you didn't lend the money, because they are like, by the way, they lent so and so some money. Why is she or he not lending me? Do they think that I'm not going to pay? Or I don't know what? It looks like you're never in good terms. Oh, it brings a lot of, a lot of stories and a lot of maybe kind of hatred or something.
Sure.
Because you did not lend somebody else money. You see, because it is family to family. But if you lend somebody else, they're out. They won't know definitely. Yeah.
Another reason is stress and anxiety. Utakuwa na stress because you're not sure if this person will, pay you back. So you are always, reminding them. Maybe you had a deadline for them, so you keep reminding them, sending some to signs that time is almost up. So there's always that stress and anxiety, and you know sometimes when someone owes you, ama you owe them, when you owe them money, ama
when they owe you money, they owe you money.
English vacation nini ukidai mtu pesa and then you want to do something, you know you will even calculate that money. Do you know that? Kama tu kuweza kufuliza na nini kwa pesa yenye uko nayo kwa mfuko. So by the way, it's true, I always do that. Sometimes you umekopesha mtu do alafu unajipata you want to do something and so you end up calculating that money.
It's true.
So you have stress, maybe you want to do something with it
because you
and
have
now,
a deficit.
yes, and now you're waiting. So you have a lot of stress.
It's true.
Because you know money has use, whether it's there or not. So unakuwa na ile stress na anxiety. Unse atanilipa. Ndio hii date. Jioni imefika hivyo. You have a lot of stress.
And also, if you lend a relative some money, can damage your credit score in this way. Like for example, you took maybe a loan from the bank or from your circle, and this money you are not to use it, but you are the family member who told you kindly have this problem because your bank can lend you this money or your circle can lend you this money. Then even if maybe it's even your husband or your wife, you know, so maybe there's a project you're doing, but they told you to lend money on your behalf, you know, so you go to your bank or your circle, you lend some money and then they don't pay back. You know, it will damage your credit score because one, maybe you did not plan for that debt in the first place. Maybe you don't have a means of paying the debt. So what will happen? You will kind of default, and when you default, it damages your credit score. Either if it is a bank, either in your bank or your circle. So yeah, that one also can happen. Yeah.
There's also family dependency. You know, sometimes when you come through a lot,
yeah, so it will be like a cycle.
Guy.
It's true.
So people will tend to come through to come to you so that you can come through for them. So at times it will, you know, it will leave you, you know, sometimes stranded and you know pressured because all of these are your family. Watu wote ni wenyu. And so now you are left wondering now who will I choose, who will I not give. Now what wanataka do. And maybe you just when you listen, you just lend someone who told another person, or the same person can choose you to be their lender.
Go person.
Yes.
You are the circle of the bank now.
And you know, sometimes it can, the way you said, it can lead you to debt because maybe they don't pay back, or they don't pay back on time.
On time, yeah.
So it becomes a little bit tricky. And maybe if it was habitual, and then you all of a sudden stop, it brings jealousy or hatred, as you said.
That's true. Also, do you know how hard it is for you to go to your relative asking them like for your debt every now and then? You know, it's so difficult. Fadhali mtu ujui, you know, but your relative akinafikanga mpaka unasema sasa mimi naenda kumwitisha tena daily, you know. It becomes so difficult, and then you're like, hey, I wish I never gave this person this money. But unajua, if it were not for your relative, you just go and ask them, hey, niaje, where is my money? Ama what happened? Nini? But you just imagine maybe it's your bro, maybe it's your auntie, maybe it's your uncle, maybe it's somebody you just respect in the family setup. Then you are unable to follow up because you're feeling like, hey, okay, this person maybe will feel that I'm too much. This person maybe will feel like, you know, such like something that you will not feel if you lended somebody money whom is not your relative.
True, and you know, this one really applies to people who are maybe slightly older than you or even older than you, because let me not say they like taking advantage, but sometimes they use funny excuses not to give you back your money. But then do you mean that you changed my nappies?
Wow.
I'm even serious about now. Niambia tu ni pesa ya kuchange na pia unataka.
Unataka, I'm telling you. Lakini si ati nikopesha kosa kunirudishia.
Ati kosa kunirudishia uanze kuniambia ni change na.
Wewe.
Wewe. So, yeah, it happens especially kwa, you know, people who are older than you.
Ama you lend somebody some money who's your relative and then they are like, hey, I did do this for you, like you are saying. I did this for you. Calculate that much. And then that money deduct whatever you give it. Or
and you know, I don't know if do mothers also fall under this category?
Okay. Can somebody lend their mother money? Okay. I don't know. I don't understand. But if they are, let me know. Have you ever had an experience of maybe lending your parents money? What I think.
But I know of a guy who lends his mother money.
How now?
And
my mom, I can't lend.
And I'm lending.
And then the mother the mother repays.
And repaying.
Oh, seriously?
Like si ati pesa kidogo.
Oh.
Ni pesa yenye lazima arudishe.
Seriously?
Yes. And the son will call and ask them, Mom, when you are not sending back my money.
Oh, maybe if it is a project money or something, it's okay.
Money.
Yeah, but because me, personally, I don't see how my mom can call me and start telling me that I lend them money. So that, you know, inafilaje. Ina sound too funny.
They tell you nikopesha, unajuanga tu, hata nikimkopesha, sitamuitisha.
But me, my mom ataizi sema hivyo.
Alisema hivyo?
Ati nimkopesha ndo? Aje sasa?
Anakwambia tu nitumie.
Si anakupigia simu anakuambia, sijui nilikuwa nataka kufanya nini, so I don't have money. Or this is the deficit I have. So unajijazia tu she wants money. But yeah, Mungu hizi ngembeni kupeshi.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Na bwana hizi. Hata mimi siwezi feel comfortable kukopesha mzazi for real.
But you know, even when you give them in the back of your mind, au mkopeshi umempea.
Mimi kama kuna mtu mwenye nilikopesha pesa, but sitasema hapa ndio asikose kunipea. Kuna mtu nilikopesha pesa, but at the end of at the back of my mind I was like, okay, it can be a grant, but if you give it back to me, it's okay. Unaona ile pesa hiyo unakuwa like una pressure. Yes, there are those kind of money. So you are like,
una pressure hata kurudishia mali.
So you are like, you look at this person and you're like, sawa. Kwa nini nirudishia? Ni sawa. Hiyo mimi najua. But kwa nini nirudishia pia ni sawa. But I'm just ready for anything, yeah. For anything, yeah. Whether you bring it or not. So and also, if you lend money to a relative, it's you know, it becomes like so bad if, for example, like relationship can strain, nilikuwa nasema hapo kwa other family members. If one lends this one and the other one doesn't lend the other one, and the other one you want to be lended and then you are not, you know, it becomes, you know, conflict. It can bring even conflict in the family setup. Because mtu ataona like, hey, huyu na huyu wanapendana, mimi wananichukia, mimi hakuna mtu anataka kuniona, hata nikiwa na shida there's nobody wants to know whether I'll repay or not, there's nobody wants to come to. So hapo kuna kuwa na misunderstanding and, you know, hata kwa and divisions in the family.
Na pia unajua kuna ule msee mwenyewe hata lipa, so relationship yenu pia
itakuwa strained, definitely.
Inakuwa strained.
Definitely. By the way, if you lend somebody money and then they don't give you back the money, do you know your relationship will never be the same again?
True.
It will never. As much as yes, you'll be laughing, yeah, we'll be having stories, but at the back of your mind you're like, do you know that you have not yet paid my debt? Yes. You know, yeah. At the back of your mind, that is, yeah. So you'll not be that free, definitely free. And do you think that there's anything we've left out as at this point?
No.
So at least we've kind of exhausted most of the points. Yeah. So okay, if you have been with us till this point, we appreciate very much.
I also wanted to say that before you lend people money, especially relatives, you should ask yourself, will they do the same, first of all? And second of all, this one I was taught by my sister is that people should not be contented to your money. No one is contented to your money. You're the only person, you and your kids and maybe your siblings are the only people who are contented to your money. but your siblings even a very small percentage. But you and your children, that's it. You and your husband or your wife and your children, and that's it. So ujue hakuna mtu mwenye akona authority ya kukulazimisha mkopeshe pesa.
Yeah, it's very true. And also, let me say this one. Do you know that person who always lends people money? Then when they are in need of money, they never get somebody to lend them the money. And do you know that? You ever lend money? And then when it's your turn, now you want them to lend you the money. Nobody is there for you. Nobody is there for you. I don't know why this happens, but it does happen. We have seen it happen because you find somebody is always there, wako very generous, giving all the money, but ile siku nyana kupigwa na shida. We wanajipata wakiwa peke yao. I don't know why it happens like so. So yeah, so and also when you give your family money, person any like your family member, make sure it's not as in a large sum of amount that it could destabilize. You know, like ile yenyewe hata wewe usipolipwa like imekutoa tu kwa imekutoa timing, like imeku disorganize kabisa. Make sure you lend somebody money that yenye uko too comfortable, even if they don't pay back, at least it will not constrain you so much. Yes. So there you have it. We have the pros, you have the cons of lending your relatives some money. If you have like some experiences with lending your relatives some money, let us know. How was their experience? Did they pay it back? Was it paid on time? Did they pay the interest? Or what transpired? Kindly let us know there at the comment section. Also, we want to thank each and everyone who has subscribed to this channel. Thank you very much, and continue supporting us. And if it is your first time watching us, kindly subscribe to our channel. Put on that notification bell so that each and every time we upload such engaging and informative videos, you are amongst the first people to be notified. So until next time, adios.